the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wildcard Weekend. It's the Tigers and the Vikings, and it's all up next.
It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52, and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Tigers of Paris taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And as we continually grade players, especially quarterbacks, how about this young man? Second year in the NFL, guided his team into the playoffs, and now he wants to show the world that they should buy in on him because he wants to evolve from that young quarterback to that true team leader that takes his team deep in the playoffs.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. And now it's third down and inches. An early test for this defense. Here we go on third and inches. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Now he's going to, and now a fumble. The ball's out. It looks like one of the DBs has it. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
The slot man in motion right. And they'll start out here with a jet sweep. Now he's free at the 35. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with it or he has to be passed on to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Now Young. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Gibson will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, and it's incomplete. So they have to go pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And now out comes Minnesota. And they come in as the 3 seed in this, very likely the last home game of the season for them, even if they win this ball game. But while they would have loved that top spot and the bye that goes with it, they're still in a pretty good position.
Well, they certainly are, and let's face it, every team knows if they want to get to the Super Bowl, they're going to have to earn it. And even if you get the number 1 seed, you know you have to win 2 games against teams. They're going to be riding high after big playoff wins coming at you.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They're going to look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Maurice Hurst, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. A tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. He'll look to throw. Right to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taking it about the 36. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing quickly out wide, Atwell. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This now a 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Young. A short one here, secured by the tight end, Ward. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. This is taken at about the 14. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. They'll look to throw here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but it's going to be second down. Back to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as he'll get this down inside the 40. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
2nd and 6. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got room at the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Looking to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mitchell. And they'll be inside the 25 now, the 24. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. They'll set up a throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
Here's the Paris offense ready to take possession. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. They get a couple and that's it. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? Five defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Oh, Young loses it.
And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the ball.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
This will be fielded at the 17. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Paris offense ready to take possession.
And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's...
And now off to the races down the right side. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. Now Young running the option left. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
2nd down in the yard. Straight ahead, Gibson.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Young. And his throw is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground.
Young's throw there incomplete. And for the second time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. And his kick is indeed good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. Here's Mitchell now, and he loses the football the second time. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Second time in this first half now, Charles, that he's coughed up the football.
And both times, I think, they were in spots where he's got to think about covering up the ball. He's got to revert to his fundamentals in those practice drills where they carry it through traffic. He's not out in the open field where he can swing it a little bit, cover it up, and take care of it.
59 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Sanders is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it out. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Jonathan Mingo. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver is at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. Well, this offense and Elijah Mitchell coming back onto the field now. And ball security has been a big issue. You see the numbers there. He's fumbled twice already.
And whenever we talk about ball security, it's not simply how you're holding the ball when you run it. It's all the other things that you do. Is it in the proper arm, meaning the sideline is protecting you? Are you dipping a shoulder to protect the ball as well? And obviously the 4 points of pressure to make sure it's tucked firmly against your body so people can't pop it out.
Here's 2nd and 8. We're going back to the same well. It's Hawkinson again. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards the pickup there. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side is the big fella. He's to the 15. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within the shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Keep fighting. You're supposed to catch that, man. That's how we eat. They can't stop.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. That'll go for a gain of 7. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. He can't get him down. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll be ridden out of bounds all the way down at the 15-yard line. Oh, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense now with a short field ahead. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. Here comes Antonio Gibson as he's set for another drive. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 2nd down, Young. And it's caught. Touchdown. Darren Waller in the final seconds of the first half. And the Tigers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
But first, time to look ahead to Sunday's action here in the NFC. A 4-5 battle that ought to be a tight one, as it's going to be the Los Angeles Rams matching up against the San Francisco 49ers. As for our game, it has been very one-sided in that first half. But you can't take anything for granted in playoff football. As we send you back out to Brandon and Charles. Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms to find out who advances to the divisional round. Let's get you back out to Brandon God.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter.
And, you know, both of us gave these guys a real shot coming in here, but I don't think anyone saw this on the road with this lead in the playoffs. They've looked good a lot of times this year. This is probably as good as they've looked.
Well, it's been a textbook game for them because what you talk about as a visiting team is putting the pressure on the home team. And what puts more pressure on a home team than to be behind the entire game? Because the home crowd's there really for a coronation. They expect to win. And when you're behind, it takes the crowd out of the game. And then the crowd gets a little bit uncomfortable, maybe a little bit frustrated with the home team. And that gives you an extra advantage. So they've done it perfectly.
He's got a man complete. And what a big-time play there. 47 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's Young from the shotgun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other.
And, oh, my goodness, he loses it again. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. An option handoff given to Sanders.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Sanders.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. 4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. A handoff for Gibson.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd and 1, here's Young. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards of boot so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 23.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Another run with Sanders. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now.
Here's 3rd and 10.
To throw, Young.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
And out now come the Vikings.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. A handoff from Mitchell running left.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
He's been terrific so far. He'll look to set up his blockers. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Paris offense ready to take possession.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A quick throw by Young, caught out wide.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Sanders.
And he will have the first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Young off the play fake. That's caught by Waller out left side. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Young to throw it. He completes this one to Mingo.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And now out comes Minnesota.
And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
He'll look to throw.
That is caught. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Now a 2nd and 2.
They'll look to throw again.
He's got right on the short throw.
His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. It's going the other way. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here. And now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
51 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
Right back to Sanders on first down. He'll get this up to about the 44.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, Young. Hard throw, incomplete. Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. He'll drop to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is fielded at the 27. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. The Paris offense out to have another go at it. They have bucked the trend so far. Sterling performance to this point, on the road no less in the wild card round, and they look to finish things off here in this 4th quarter. They start on the ground here at Sanders, and he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And Young will slide to the ground safely as he picks up the first down as well. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Running right, here's Sanders. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.